Hey, what is going on, YouTube? Back today with episode 10 of Off the Balls podcast with your hosts here, Nick and Adam. How you doing today, Nick?
Right. Doing all right.
Doing all right. You love to hear it. I am doing all right as well. Um, yeah, I went 1-2 this week. A little rough. I won. In the league, I'm dominating again. I lost in the league, I'm not, and then I lost in the league I get scored on a lot in. So, yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles. How did your week go?
News is you're doing as well as the Bills the last 3 weeks.
I am doing as good as the Bills the last 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
if you say that at the beginning of the season, that sounds amazing. But then they lose to the Jets, and then they lose to the Vikings, and they lose. Who else did they lose to?
That was it for the last few weeks. I
Okay,
think
okay.
the other one was in the beginning, but I went 2-2.
You went 2-2. You'll love to see it. Let's
Keeping
get
it
those. Let's
going.
get those. You're reeling them in. You're reeling them in, baby.
Yep. Just enough time to not make it to the playoffs before.
Yeah, just enough time to watch everyone go to the playoffs, and yeah, I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you in one of my leagues right now. It's rough out here for a pimp, but let's jump over to the Capital League and let's see how everyone did. So let me know. Is this the league you won in?
No.
No. Oh no.
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 No, I got trounced in this
Oh.
league.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, Michael just
Oh,
slapped
yeah.
me around.
Michael put a hurting on you this week, huh?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Michael scored at the most out of anybody by far. I think the next closest person was 122
Yeah, 122.
and he had 148. I mean, he just made the league his bitch this week.
Yeah, yeah. He asserted some dominance this week, and unfortunately, it was against you.
It's I've gotten used to it.
You got used to it? Nah, yeah.
I've gotten used to it. I can almost sit down now after all these ass whoopings. Alrighty. But I will say one thing. This top one here.
We no longer have an undefeated team. Oh, Willie, just do better. I'm just kidding. No, you're 9-1. You're doing great, but hey, Dan and Karen, congratulations on taking down the champ.
Yes.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I wish I could have been on the winning end of one of these giant upsets, but I'll take it.
Yeah, yeah. That's a league win right there. That's a league win. Everyone knows now he's beatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not impossible to beat. Good job, Dan and Karen.
He's no Terminator.
No Terminator. Sarah Connor took him out.
Yep. So, yeah, he takes his first loss. It's insane.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
insane.
it's same that he had such a bad week too. Like,
Maybe it's directly linked to the Eagles.
oh, yikes! I think that's a little too soon. Our guest later he's gonna rewatch this video at the beginning, and he's gonna
Perfect.
realize that you heard him.
Listen, my team lost this week.
To Aaron
I'm
LSD Rogers.
I'm hurt. I'm just gonna create havoc, hurt everyone with me. If I'm not happy, no one can be happy.
If I'm going down on this ship, I'm taking every one of you motherfuckers with me.
Exactly. That's why I just want to keep winning these in these leagues too. Like I'm not making it to the playoffs, but God, I'm gonna create some havoc.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'm gonna
gatekeep
hurt people.
somebody. Yeah, for
Oh
sure.
yeah.
I'm gonna ruin somebody's chances.
Alrighty. So yeah. So Willie takes his first loss to Dana Karen. Congrats, Dana Karen. From everyone in this league. Uh, Michael trounced me. It was bad. I mean, he didn't have anybody really like pop off. Everybody showed up.
Yeah, everyone does. Yeah, that's an overall just good week right there.
Hmm.
Everyone's giving you consistent points. So yeah, yeah. I mean, you hate to see it if you're Nick, but you love to see it if you're Mike. Those weeks
Yeah,
where you can see your team, like the potential of your team, those are such nice weeks.
yeah. Uh, Gracie winning again.
Oh,
She takes down Juan. Um,
congratulations, Gracie.
she's continuing. I mean, this league is. Luckily, I'm in with. I want to say Team Chicken Nuggets and Team Verdugos and
Okay.
myself. So our division sucks. So that is at least holding me in there.
Yeah.
Still don't know about playoff picture, but hey, let's hope. Let's hope
Yeah,
I can just.
hey, as long as the team, like the league can, or that division can keep it close, you still have a shot. There's what 4 games left before playoffs, so there's still a
My
shot.
dog's going to the Bourbon Bowl.
Right now, my dog's going to the Bourbon Bowl. I mean, you have a chance of even going even in this league. That's a possibility, you know.
Yep, if I just get my shit straight. Saletha losing a close one over Adrian, which is, yeah, it was. I love those games, honestly. I love those 111 to 115s, or just those couple pointers. It's nice when I'm not on the losing end of those. It's
Yeah, yeah,
great to watch them.
yeah. Because
Uh,
especially like, they're checking the app and waiting for Monday night, and it's just nervous wreck.
mhm. Kim's 2-game streak comes to an end.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
The magic had to end somewhere, but
hmm
hopefully she doesn't go on the same pace of losing or winning two, losing six, winning two. So let's see what's going on there.
Yeah. So I mean, Jason, he had an okay week. He was the second highest scorer at 122,
Yeah.
but his projections are going up.
Yeah. I mean, sitting at 6-4, another close week, but he did good and he did good enough. So you love to see it.
And Lizzie and Lorenzo, another both
Oh,
tops of each division, losing this week. They lost to Amy.
oh, Amy. Amy's sitting
Bring it
at
down.
yeah. Amy's at 7-3. That makes your guys' division a lot more interesting for sure.
And then my Jalen Hurts beating Alexis. I mean, Alexis is having a rough season.
Yeah,
Uh,
Team Chicken Nuggets is no longer like Dino Nuggets. They're like maybe Great Value Nuggets at this point. Because
they're like one of those like frozen TV dinners, and they get heated up with the vegetables, and so they're all just soggy and gross.
yeah, like it's not. Those are not the Nuggets that like. Those aren't prime Chick-fil-A Nuggets right there. Those are little sad Nuggets, like depressed Nuggets. But you
Like
know,
they heat it up because you accidentally left it in the car. You weren't even trying to eat it. Heat
yeah,
heat
yeah.
it up. Yeah. Sorry, Alexis. Just get better.
Just do better, Alexis. I only say this because I know her. Because anyone else in the league, I'd be like, I'm not gonna take a shot. But little Dino Nuggets over here. Just do better, Alexis. We believe in you.
I'm sitting over here just barely better than her, going, yeah, just get fucking better, Alexis.
I know. I'm only 2 games up on her. And I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, dude, this year has been crazy.
it's
But
insane.
congratulations to all the winners there.
hmm
Mike popping off this week. Uh,
Yeah,
Lizzie's team and Lorenzo's team losing again. That's the second week in a row. So that division is wide open at this point because that probably puts half the league only 2 games back. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I mean, I can hear it. Let's see if I can find it real quick.
yeah. Let's check it out real quick. Let's do a little
Yeah.
standing update too. Double check them. This is the playoff run. Oh,
Alrighty.
ooh, Team Cortez taking the top spot in the division.
That's Dan and Karen with their
Yo,
win over Willie.
yeah, congratulations, Dan and Karen.
But see, here's me down at the bottom. I'm just down here chilling, seventh in the division, but
Uh,
still only one game back from playoffs.
Yeah, you're one game back from jumping into that spot. You just need you need to get matched up against those teams you're fighting for the playoffs, and you need them to not play each other, hopefully, and take some losses to some of these better teams.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, but hopefully it lines up good for you, so you can maybe squeak out some wins on them.
Yeah, it would be. It would. I like I said, I just want to make it in coming back as a defending champ. So right now, here's how it's looking
Okay,
for the playoffs.
that's how it sit right there. So like all West and then all East. Yeah, So what? Top 8 teams make it into the playoffs? 4 from each division.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So you got a West on West, East on East, and then you got. Oh no, it mixes divisions.
Yeah, mixing the divisions. So
Uh huh.
that's actually pretty nice because wait, yeah, it's
It's
mixing the top two. So like the first seed gets the worst seed in the opposite division.
right.
Yeah, so those tough ones are going to be right there. The six number 6, 3, and 5 and 4, because you're playing someone within your division. So like you've played them before. Hopefully you've taken a couple of those games, but
Here's where I want to be.
that's where you want to be, fifth and fourth.
Yeah.
You
I,
want Lorenzo in the first round?
I don't want Willie.
I don't want Willie. I mean, I guess yeah, right. If you're gonna take somebody, you're gonna take somebody like there's a better chance, but you'll have to go through them eventually. So I mean,
Just give me.
give me the best person in my league to go against round one. That's where the
I mean,
magic happens.
he had a much better team than me last year, and I ended up beating him in the Super Bowl, Willie.
Yeah,
So maybe it can happen again.
yeah.
Dreams do come
If
true.
there's a will, there's a way. All right,
No, his name is Will. You can't.
let's go over to the Toxic League. And this is the league that I'll say it again. I went back to back, and I'm on the. We'll see where my standings are right now. I am a 3-game losing streak in this league. I am a resident case of Jamar Chase going down. Right when I thought I was going to have a strong wide receiver core, my wide receiver decided that, hip injury. So I lost to the worst player in our league. He scored the most points this week at 161 points.
Jesus.
So, yeah. And this is not adjusted points. This is straight off the app. So he had everybody pop off for him. And yeah, this league is just everyone just takes turns scoring on me. So I didn't have a terrible week. I scored 124. I beat half the league with that score. And just not him. I just didn't do good enough. My players, they're like, not today, Adam. Retirement season actually takes down Justin. So Pete with his come back onto a win streak. He's sitting at 4-6 as well. He's right on the cusp. And Justin taking a second loss in a row. So maybe Justin's trending towards the harder part of his season. So we'll see that. And then Mr. Spida, he's on a heater. He's on a 3-game win streak, taking down the disappointments. That was a relatively 30 points ish game. So he got a good comfort there. I mean, J Ray lost to Thumb and the Bum. Chris, Chris went 3-0 this week. I want to give him a
Yeah.
little pats on back. Congratulations, because
Uh,
he's been struggling, man. So I'll give him his due diligence. He's sitting at 5-5. That's going to be big for him because he puts a game ahead of everyone else that's 4-6. Shaken Baker taking down Fiddy's Bodega.
Jeez.
Yeah. And Fiddy's Bodega is the was the number 1 seed going into this week. And look at his points there. 64 points.
What happened there?
This is a guy that scored 160 points on me last week. This week, 64 points. He had the curse of Cooper Cup going down. That's his main guy. And Cooper Cup, if you guys don't know, he's on injury reserve now, so he's probably out the rest of the season because the Rams' playoffs hopes don't look good. So I don't see them bringing him back, even if he comes healthy in like week 15, 16. They'll probably just let him rest. But Shaken Baker on a 2-win streak, bumping him up, and Fiddy's Bodega just dropping the ball. But this seems to be like every week in this league. They score 160
Score high on you?
Yeah, they score 160 on me, and then the next week they score 80 points.
It's
And
fitting that we should have this together because that happens to the both of us.
that happens to the both of us. I mean, this year it's happened to be way more than any other year. But let's look at the standings real quick. So we have Mr. Spider going from 3rd to 1st place. He has the most points scored in this league as well. The we have 3 teams sitting at 7-3, and Fiddy's Bodega, he might be on a little bit of a panic button with Cooper Cup down. He had the Cooper Cup Josh Allen combo, so he was just blowing people out of the water. But let's see if he's got something up his sleeve. And we got Justin sitting in third. We got 3 guys sitting at 7-3. We got Shaken Baker sitting at 6-4. He did well last season as well. He was like middle of the pack, so I expect him to do the same. And then right here, Chris pulls a little trickaroo and pulls a 5-5 out of there with pretty much, I think besides me and one other person, he has the lowest scored points. And then we got J Ray here in sixth. I play J Ray this week, so this is a big game. I could take that off him. That'll move me up into that sixth spot, and hopefully, maybe Chris loses, and fingers crossed.
I
But
thought you're just giving him props, like, oh, he did so great. And
yeah,
it's like, well, if
hopefully
Chris
he
loses, though.
Yeah. Props for a second, hate for life. I'm just kidding. Now.
Yeah.
But listen, look at this, man. 1,338 points scored against me in this league. It's just they like the top person doesn't even have that much points. I beat the top person by 10 points scored against me, and you can't win games like that. So I might be a victim of just other people's schedule, but I might just not be that good. But I need to get into the playoffs to defend my title. So
I hate when you have to think about that. You're like, man, I mean, everyone's scoring high against me, but am I just a bad manager? Like,
yeah, it hurts.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts.
Yes.
But disappointment sitting at the 8th. Retirement season sitting at 9th. But we're all 4-6. I beat them out in points, but we're all right there. Anybody is catchable.
Yes.
Yeah, anybody is catchable right there. And if I could tie up Chris being like 5-6, I beat him out. I hopefully I have a big game and beat him out in points, but I need to get into this 5th spot. I don't feel secure even getting into the 6th with how this league's going, but we'll see. We'll see. But I can't talk about this league. I fucking hate it this year. Everyone's talking shit because I'm back to back, and I can't handle it. I can't handle the goddamn pressure this year. Let's jump over to the Rigid League.
Dude, this season is they're all driving me crazy, and I went from being in the tops of all of them to just shitty in all of them, and
just fighting for our lives. God damn it!
It's rough. I wish you would have asked me last season to host this podcast, and then I would have been like, yeah, look, I'm in 2 Super Bowls and damn near last place.
Right.
But yeah, last season I would have looked like I know what I'm talking about a lot more.
No, I feel you the same way. I feel you the same goddamn way.
Alrighty, so I changed my name to Losers Island Bound, and I won. So
hey, let's go.
Yeah.
You took a goddamn game off of somebody that should have beat you. God damn it.
Yeah, I took a game off of someone who should be in the playoffs. Good luck getting there, Brad.
And you stomped them. So like 158 to 115, great week for you. You're right there on the top of. I mean, there's only a few others that scored a little bit higher than you, but
1, 2, 3,
4.
Oh, 180.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're right up there. Like, I mean, this is the way your team should be performing.
Yeah, this is if we could just keep doing this, that would be awesome. But unfortunately, Brad fell victim to Zeke. He had Zeke in and didn't take him out in time. There was another player who I think had 0. So to score 115 with 2 players going 0, basically, he actually would have kicked my ass in this game.
Yeah.
So thanks, Brad, for not setting your lineup.
Yeah, thank you, Brad, for giving us the win.
But right here, Steeler Nation.
Let's go. We got our first loss in the other league and our first win in this league. Congratulations, Steeler Nation.
So now, 1-9. He pulls it out against 0-17. It's great.
Yeah.
There's no outliers.
Yeah.
It only took 10 weeks to get
10 weeks to get that first one.
Yeah, he's on that reverse Eagles.
Too soon, Nick. Too soon. I got Matt over here. I got him. I got him on watch just to make sure he comes to work on time. But I'm looking out for my boy. You can't be making jokes like that. He's gonna
I
look.
just got
He's gonna be
I just got
looking
him a
over you.
housewarming gift.
Did you?
It's a toaster.
Oh God, a bath bomb. You mean?
Yeah. Sorry. All right. Jordan pulling out an upsetting win. Jordan beating Chuck this week. I love to see that. Chuck watches, and Chuck's the biggest shit talker besides maybe Dangle Daddy. And I want Chuck to come. He'll eventually be on here sometime. We'll get him on here, but until then, I'll just continue to talk shit on him. Continue to enthrall myself in his losses until he finally joins us.
Until you come on here, Chuck, we're gonna give you the heat. 107? What are you doing, my guy? Quality Matters forgot to play two guys and he scored more than you, bud.
Oh man. Working from Mahomes, losing to Dangle Daddy.
Okay. That's a rough week.
8-game win streak still.
Yeah.
So he's on the longest win streak now, because Alpha Wolf and my Coochie's Harry lost.
Oh no, I didn't even notice that.
We'll get there in a second.
Oh.
So Dangle Daddy gets on the boards, the message boards today, and he's Fantasy King. Yeah, that's me. You know, what he always freaking does. He said it. Man, my back's hurting from holding all these wins on this season. And he just getting on there and pissing everyone off.
Oh, you love to see it though. The confidence.
Yeah, I hate it.
You hate it when it's not
because I'm
you.
losing.
Yeah, you hate it when it's not for you. Oh, but that's a win streak right there. 8 in a row. That's not easy to do, especially with bye weeks and everything. So,
but I think OG Hambone was on like a 4 or 5 game losing streak.
Yeah, snap that.
He beat Alpha Wolf, so that's a big win.
And he beat him. He beat him by 50-ish points. So, that's a killer game right there, and especially take down one of the big dogs.
KC Chick loses to Mono.
Oh, Mono, congratulations, man. Let's go.
Apparently, he was like, oh, man, that's his wife. She's got a mouth. He said it last week. That's right. I'm calling you out. So he didn't want to hear that, apparently. So he had to just squeak one out over 156 to 158.
Yeah, that's a close game too. You know they were going back and forth on that one too. So
it had to have been. And then Gilbert, my Coochie's Harry, losing to Get Back Coach. He almost doubled his score.
Yeah, he damn near doubled his score. Yeah, that's a rough week for my Coochie's Harry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yikes. But look at other teams. They'll hopefully, maybe bounce back. But I wonder if one of them is the victim of Cooper Cup because of the low points.
I wonder if it's this one.
Oh, working from Mahomes? Yeah, that's super low points.
Why do we have Jared Goffin?
Who the hell is Richie James? Harris Campbell? Is this the one that was trolling us the other day?
No, that was Brad.
That was Brad. Okay.
Oh, maybe. No?
I don't. It's a 14-man league, but what in tarnation?
Elijah Moore. This is a forgotten.
Yeah, it's a forgotten. Wait, no, that's next week's bye. Because that's week 10. Never mind. Yeah, that's a forgotten.
Joe Mixon, James Robinson, Elijah Moore, Jared Goffin over Mahomes.
Yeah, what is going on there?
KC just had their bye, did they not?
Not last week. No, because I had Mahomes in last week.
Maybe this is I lost my password and I can't adjust anymore.
What is just maybe they're on vacation.
Maybe they just.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
I don't know about that one.
I'm gonna propose a trade to him since they've given up on their season.
Yeah, and I want to know why he has 3 quarterbacks when he has Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're playing Mahomes every week, bud.
When he had Mahomes, I'm gonna go pick up Mahomes. I'm gonna propose it.
There you go. Yeah, get that number one quarterback.
Give me Mahomes, Mixon, and Robinson. That should do her.
Yeah. I'll give you a high five.
3 high
Three
fives.
high fives. Oh man, you can't take that to the bank.
I'm not stingy with them. I'll give
Yeah,
them out.
I appreciate the high fives. Let's go to the easy dubs, which the dubs are easy. If you know what I mean, Nick. The dubs are easy. We
No, they're not.
we took down Theo. And if you guys watch any of the podcasts, you guys know that Theo loves to talk, especially about the Cardinals. He will not be watching his Rams game and then tell me how bad the Cardinals are doing. But the Cardinals played the Rams this week. You know, it was backup quarterback versus backup quarterback, and our guy looked good. He
This
looked
is this is a double win in
double
a
win.
single game.
Yeah, and I was humble about it. All I said was GG's Theo. I even added him in the chat, just a little GG's. I wasn't going to say anything. I let my team, that beat him twice this year already. And then the Cardinals that, put a hurting on the Rams. I let them speak for themselves, but, he couldn't even give me a GG's back. Um,
Hold
so,
on though. Cup was injured. Backup quarterbacks. Is it really a win?
yes, because we have a backup quarterback. Zach Ertz got injured.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
so it was a rough game. Like watching these players just get hurt, and I'm just like, we were
Like
just
watching a
starting to get
preseason.
healthy. We were just starting to get healthy, and Ertz is probably out for the season. So,
Then did you see what they did?
see who did?
They just released Eno.
Oh yeah, we just released Eno Benjamin. So yeah, let's just put all the baskets in Connor's. I mean, Connor had a great game. Don't get me wrong, but Connor is prone to injury, and releasing Benjamin, I partly think it was a mutual release so he can go play somewhere else. But yeah, that's a rough one because Benjamin is a good player, and I like the
Yeah.
kid a lot. So, but I'm happy with this week. I got a little 2 game separation from everybody. Uh, and we got Damien taking down Matt. Matt had a rough week this week, not only in this league, but in life because the Eagles said, we're going to lose to the Commanders. And the rest of the NFC was like, thank you.
Who's that guy who put $100 on it in Vegas and now he's a fucking millionaire?
Right? He's like, yeah, I think the Commanders going to get this. Heineke's the man.
I lost a bet because the Eagles lost this week.
No
So
way.
I had the Eagles going 10-0
Uh-huh.
and losing in week 11. I had a $5 to $25 bet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I lost 5
Yeah.
because they lost a week earlier. I was expecting next week.
They lost to the goddamn Commanders. I mean, the Eagles looked worse than they did all year. The greatest thing they had going for them was not turning over the ball, and they turned it over 4 times in this
Well,
game. And
I think they lost also to that Goddard face mask.
yeah,
And I'm a Cowboys fan. I do not want to make a single thing to help out the Eagles because I hate them
yes,
very much so. But that was a missed call that could have probably cost the game. I mean, they were trying to give up the game though the whole time. They kept dropping the ball. They kept, they kept fumbling.
yep. Yeah, they were doing everything in the power to lose this game, but that definitely was a big swing. I mean, that was on the 30-yard line on their own 30-yard line, a clear face mask where 2 refs are looking at that play. They call it a fumble, they let it go back, and it's just like, what are you guys doing? Like this integrity of the league is questionable at these times.
Well, then they gave him a makeup call later that meant jack shit.
Yeah, it meant nothing. Then there was a rough in the passer late in the game that sealed the fate. And it's just what is going on?
He tried to stop. You could
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
he
He let off the gas, and that was just a really really bad call. Like at
yeah.
some point, quarterbacks need to get hit. If you're gonna run the ball in the open space,
Mhm.
you have to give yourself up. Like, and you have to give yourself up before someone is coming to hit you, because if you don't and you fake it out, like there's nothing that defender can do. Like if they don't touch you, you keep running it's a bad play on them. But like the protection that these running quarterbacks get, and I love my running quarterback. I love Kyler Murray, but
Right.
even the protection he gets when he's running the ball is insane. Like I think once you're out of the pocket, if you're a scrambling QB or you're making a run, like you shouldn't be able to give yourself up, or you have to have like a clear intention of giving yourself up,
Right.
or you're going to get hit. Because I mean, running backs can't do that, wide receivers can't do that, tight ends can't do that. Like these defenders are getting handicapped, and it's ridiculous.
Have you seen though who Mahomes? Mahomes doesn't get these calls.
Yeah.
Mahomes is getting nailed. He's getting hit hard, and he never gets these calls. I don't know if they just know that he could take it, or if he's just not a
Well,
baby about it.
well, the same thing with Josh Allen. Josh Allen puts his
Yeah.
shoulder down and he fucking gets hit, and he doesn't get these calls. Another one,
Well, Lamar too.
I don't think Jalen Hurts gets these calls either. But it's
Mhm.
just certain quarterbacks in certain situations get these weird calls. I mean, Murray doesn't give himself up often. Like he scrambles a lot, but he does fumble the ball because he doesn't know how to hold the goddamn ball when he's running the goddamn ball. But it's just it's ridiculous at this point. You know, it needs something needs to change because this league is getting a little too soft.
Yeah,
But
I mean, you hit Tom Brady on the shoulder pad, and
yeah, flag, personal flag. It's like, oh, I don't care if he's goddamn 80 years old. He's gonna get hit.
well, I was reading an article and it said it was a typo, and it said Tom Brady's been in the league for almost 324 years, and I about lost it.
I mean, it's accurate. This guy's gonna be playing
Yeah,
until he's fucking 80, and
yeah.
then you're gonna sneeze on him, and you can't. You're gonna get a flag called. But I believe this is you, right? Got a chubby?
Mhm.
Yeah, I got a chubby against Ryan, getting on a 2-game winning streak. You love to see it, Nick. Right on that cusp, right there. 4-6, looking a lot better than you did a couple weeks ago.
I told Isaiah today I'm coming for that last playoff spot. I'm not even gonna win. I'm gonna lose first round,
Oh,
but I'm gonna kick someone out of that fucking playoff
you're gonna take
picture.
someone out of the playoff
Oh
picture.
yeah.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Um, and then we got. Oh, did I say it or should you say it? Because I know this
Oh,
is gonna bring you a little bit of joy. You see around?
Natalie lost to Chris.
Natalie lost to Chris out of everybody. Chris was at a 2-7. You know, he was on a rough patch. And like I said earlier, he went 3-0 this week. His team performed. Second highest scorer in the league this week. And, Natalie, ah, did she forget to set her lineup?
No,
No?
no,
Ah,
no. She was angry. She
as
was she was angry.
as she should be. Because with that loss, there is a four-way pretty much tie for second place now. Like her bye week first round is not secure at this moment.
Yeah, no, she had let's see, she had Cordell Patterson give her 3. She had Derrick Henry give her 8.5. Um, it was just it was bad.
Yeah. Yes.
She had Goddard. She has Goddard in both of her leagues, so
Yikes.
I think Pierce only gave her a couple points. So I think she just overall had just everyone
Just one of those
didn't perform.
weeks. Yeah. One of those weeks where no one performed. Yeah, that's rough. The real rough thing is the Goddard. Because he's probably gonna be out for the season. And tight ends this year are rough. if you don't have Kelsey, you don't have a tight end because, you know, it's rough out there swimming. So hopefully she can figure that out. I was on the cusp of dropping Dalton Schultz this week. Then I saw that everyone's tight end went down. I mean, Ertz went down, Goddard went down. Other tight ends are all snatched up. Like whoever had Hawkinson and got him like he got traded to the Vikings. Like you're sitting on gold now, and yeah, like I'm not gonna give up Schultz now. Like I'm not gonna give him up for free. So if somebody out there would like a tight end to replace their tight end that went down, you know where to bang my line.
Natalie.
Natalie, Matt, you know, I'm facing Matt this week, so I probably won't trade with him. But Natalie, you know, I got Mark Andrews maybe available for you, you know. So we could talk, But Judge losing this week, snapping that win streak. He lost to Bloss, and Bloss moves himself up into that tie for second place.
You
So,
see, you can go to it. The standings.
oh yeah, the standings. Let's check them out real quick. Standings are all over the place.
Look at that. You have 8-2.
Yep.
6-4, 6-4, 6-4, 6-4.
6-4, 6-4, 6-4.
It looks like an NBA team.
Right? And the crazy thing is, like, you look over here, like, Natalie has a decent amount of points scored on her. Don't get me wrong, but she scored a lot of points. So these last two losses, you know, she had a close one last week, but this week she got blown out. But her team's solid. She's just fallen victim of a little bit of bad schedule, but that opens the door for so many more teams to sneak into that second spot. I was happy with it because that puts me a game ahead of her, or 2 games ahead of everybody. So, but we scroll down here a little bit. Then we got 5-5 right on the cusp. Then we got you at 4-6 right there as well. So like you're 2 games back from being in the tie with a lot of these guys. Matt's right there on the cusp at 3-7. And the rest of the league 3-7. So like, if anybody gets on the heat of these last ones, it's possible to make a run.
This is like last season in this league.
Yeah.
You remember we had like 2 teams that we knew were going to the playoffs. Okay,
Yeah.
it's set in stone, and then the rest of them, it's like we found out last week,
Yeah.
like the very last week, who was going to make it.
Yeah, and a lot of those games came down to the wire too. Like people lost in week 17 and missed the playoffs.
Mhm.
Like that's the competitive nature that I love to see because you know when you're fighting for that playoff spot, it means a lot. Like it's almost like a little mini championship making that playoff run. But let's jump into the crazy league because we do have someone waiting on us. But let's jump into the crazy league. All right, I got taken down by fucking Chris. He went 3-0 this week. And if you look right here, you know what my team's capable of scoring. I've scored the only 1,200 point week, and I scored half of that this time. I was a victim of AJ Brown, giving me 8 points in this league. Tyreek Hill didn't pop off. Hopkins didn't pop off. What? What? Did you freeze? Don't tell me you froze on me again. All right, I think Nick froze on me, but he'll be back. I swear to God, he'll be back. Yep. Hold on, got a text message. Did it again. Be back soon, hopefully. All right, we'll continue with this, and then we'll bring on our guest. All right. So I lost to Chris. Congratulations on your win. I'm 0-2 against Chris in this league, and he has the least amount of points scored and the least amount of points scored on him. So congratulations. I hate you. I love you. We have a crazy game here. 950 points scored even for Ryan. And Matt pulling the W away with the freaking Eagles defense by 1.5 points. That is an insane thing. He thought he lost this game because the Eagles gave up a touchdown at the end of the game. But since it wasn't scored on the defense or special teams, it doesn't count against you in fantasy football. So he actually screwed that out. And then Natalie, taking down the hubby again.
Hey, that's a bad time to come back.
That's a bad time to come back. She took down the hubby again. Oh man, what are you? Are you okay? Do you need a welfare check? Is she beating you? Blink if she's beating you. Oh my god, the blinking. What happened this week, man?
I fell victim to Cooper Cup as well. Cooper Cup had me, as you know, this is a crazy league, so every yard counts for a point, and Cooper Cup got me 2 points.
That's rough. I mean,
Um,
it's even more rough that he's going to be gone. So
yes, and then Suck Up decided that he just wanted to miss 50 plus yarders, so I got negative 30 from Suck Up. I got 2 from Cup. Suck Up and Cup both suck. You suck, Cup. And then there was just, Alvin Kamara only got me under 50 points. Kittle 22. So it was a rough week. And then Dallas's defense decided this is the week they want to shit the bed
against LSD Rodgers. You guys can't beat Green Bay, man.
Yeah. Good news, Mahomes got me 220. So out of that 664, a third of it came from Mahomes.
Yeah.
Without Mahomes, I would have looked more like yours.
Whoa. We're not here to take shots. Because I will remind you that I scored 1,200 points on none other than you. All right? Mm-hmm. So I will take your $5 and I will take the lowest score this week. No, it's rough for me in this league, but I am also excited because then that means I got to go through the gauntlet to get in or to in the playoffs. So bring it on. Bring me on second place. Bring me on first place the week after that. Because if Matt's in first place, I know that's going to be a win. I'm just kidding. No. Maybe 3-0 against him. We're facing him again this week. But as I was saying, that is our special guest for the day. So I am going to text him to come on. But he is our special guest for the week. And it's not just because the Eagles lost. It's, we wanted a new guest on here. It's a bonus. It's a bonus. For sure, but he's gonna join us shortly, and hey, his mic's muted. What's up, Matt? How you doing?
What's up, boys? How you doing?
Good.
What's up, boys? How you doing?
That Philly accent coming in strong off the bat.
Without video, that's all you hear.
Well, I'm trying to figure this shit out. I don't know how this shit works.
Oh, you got it. Look at that. Look at that beautiful motherfucker right there. What up, dog?
What's up, baby?
How you doing?
What's up? We here. What you doing?
Nah, man. We're just talking about, we brought up the Eagles a couple times, and we wanted to bring you on to do a little welfare check to see how it's going. How's it going?
Well, the toaster didn't work last night. It brought, so I got a new one on Amazon coming tomorrow. We'll be all right.
We got you a housewarming gift. It's a toaster.
Oh, good. I have 2 of them. We'll be all right.
It's the basketball
Cowboys
edition.
Toaster, though, so it doesn't work.
Well, I need one that works. God damn it.
God damn it. But we were talking a little bit about the Eagles and how disappointing AJ Brown was. Man.
Oh, the worst.
Yeah, that was so. What do you think was their biggest problem this week? Why did the Redskins give them so much difficulty?
Well, one, man, turnovers. They had more turnovers last night. I think they either had the same amount as they had all year, or they had more than they had all year. Either way, turnovers didn't work.
Yeah,
that was terrible.
I think it was one extra one than all year because the very last play.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but that and we couldn't stop the run, man. We lost Jordan Davis a few weeks ago. He was a huge man in the middle. That man's 6'8", 400 pounds. You're not moving that man. And it just showed. Brian Robinson ran all over us. Man got shot 4 weeks ago, and he still ran all over us. So
don't worry, Michael Thomas has turf toe. Or not Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas. Yeah, no. Michael Thomas. He's got turf toe, but he can't play the rest of the season. But Brian Robinson got shot and come out here and smoked the Eagles. It's crazy.
It's wild. Yeah, and then AJ Brown. I mean, he got hurt early, came back, but man, you can't have 7 yards on Monday night against the division rival. You just can't. That's love that guy. I think it was a great pickup getting him, but that was a very very disappointing for night. But the fact that we still could have pulled it out. So like that's even worse that we didn't. But I talked about it earlier. I'm not going to harp on missed calls. I'm not going to harp on the refs. The refs shouldn't be in there. There was a few that I didn't like, but every fan has a few that they don't like every game. So
yeah, no, definitely.
I, as a Dallas fan, mentioned it earlier that was a missed call that probably cost you guys the game.
Yeah, couple.
I mean, I think it did. We were moving. We had some momentum going. They don't get the ball there. Do we score? Do we not? Maybe. But I mean, even like after that, they still stopped them. Dude caught the ball, tried to get up. Quez Watkins fumbled. We talked about it last night. There's another one where I'm not in that spot. I'm not running. I'm not catching. So I'm not going to tell that man what to do. But I feel you down 5, just take the yards. Don't try to get up. There's still a few minutes left. Just take the yards and figure it out. But
yeah,
if you were the one running and catching, it would have been a much shorter pass.
It would have been probably would have been a negative pass, my guy. Like,
just hit me, I'm open. You never move from the line of scrimmage, my guy.
Yeah, they would have been like, hike. I would have been like, hold on, I need a water break. Coach,
I need some water.
I need some water.
No, but I don't want to harp on that too much because I mean, everybody was playing you guys super tough to try to get you that loss. Commanders came in and showed up. Like, I don't know if other people are going to take that game script and see what they can do to you guys now that they know your run game is exposed. But hopefully you guys can bounce back and,
We'll see, man. We got Jonathan Taylor next week. I'm pretty sure we got the Colts next week, so we'll see what they do after that. Hopefully Jonathan Taylor does early Jonathan Taylor things.
Yeah.
And runs for like 2 yards. But
well, the beauty of what the Eagles have to face with Jonathan Taylor, honestly, is that that's all they have to worry about.
Yes.
I mean, you got Pittman, you've got Pierce, you've got some decent wide receivers, but if you can focus most of your energy on just that line.
Yeah, because I feel like the Eagles have a great secondary. You guys can man coverage those guys. Like, you don't have to double cover any of those guys and be able to, bring a safety up and help with the run defense there a little bit.
Yeah, well, I mean, like that was the other thing with last night. I've watched every Eagles game. I watched the Steelers game driving back from Cali. So, like, I was watching and driving, but I watched
illegal, sir.
I mean, I was in the passenger.
I'm calling the cops.
I don't know what the secondary was doing. Like, I didn't even see them play that soft all year. Like they were giving Terry, like, they were lining up 10, 12 yards off him, and they were just giving him the underneath. I know you don't want that big play, but like that's not how they played all year. So I don't really know where this game plan came from. But look, 8-1, still all right. So I'll take it.
Yeah, no, better than a lot of the NFC. So you guys are still sitting in a good spot. I'm sure they'll figure it out. I know Jalen Hurts is probably not going to have another game like that where, Mans has been protecting the ball all year. This seems like a bad toss. I mean, kind of like what happened to Josh Allen. He was making some bad decisions, and once you get in that mindset, you're like, damn, this game ain't going the right way. It just seems to get worse.
Yeah. I mean, all right. So you ever see the movie The Replacements?
Yes.
All right, I watched that on a plane the other night, and that's Shane Falco, baby, quicksand. You think one thing things are going all right, and then it gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah,
quicksand. We fell in quicksand, boys. So
yeah, I mean the trap game was coming eventually, but it's good it happened. I think
week.
I think it's good it happened now instead of later on in the season. The one big thing I take away from that is Goddard, though. Goddard is hurt, so hopefully your other tight ends can, step up and do something.
Yeah, I was trying to see earlier. There was no timetable on him coming back. So I mean, we'll see. But the Eagles are a very big tight end heavy team. So we do have 2 other tight ends. So we had Ertz. Goddard stepped up. Ertz is now in Arizona. Love that guy. Miss that guy.
Also hurt.
Also hurt. Unfortunately.
Also hurt. Yeah, for hopefully not for the year because he's on my team, so I'm scouring waiver wires now, trying to pick up some crumbs, but there ain't much out there.
I know a guy that has 2 really good tight ends, and he ain't getting them this week.
Yeah, I'm not dropping Dalton Schultz this week, but if you want to, propose a trade, I know I'm playing you this week, but maybe Mark Andrews is on the table if there's a good enough trade. So,
oh my god!
I mean,
I don't got the players for Mark Andrews.
I mean, you definitely got the players for Mark Andrews. I got to look through your team. But tight end. We were just talking about that a while ago. I was talking with you at work about it. It's like this tight end season has been rough, and last year was bad for tight ends, but this year, even the guys that are the best tight ends in the league this year all got hurt.
I mean, I feel like the only one that's not been hurt, like Kelsey hasn't gotten hurt yet on me. I got him in Crazy League. Damien's got him in Easy Dubs. Hasn't got hurt yet, but he's made very un-Kelsey games. He'll have he's had a lot of drops. He's had a lot of misses.
Hold on. Tight end, replace any tight end in that sentence.
Yeah.
They're not playing what they are. They're making very...
Yeah, but the difference, I think, with Kelsey right now is
you expect so much higher.
Mahomes is getting him the ball. He's just having some crazy drops. And, once he starts catching those, he's back to just being the number one wide receiver. But,
10 touchdown on 30 yards.
Yeah, exactly. But, tight ends is slim pickings.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now. I got it pulled up on my screen right here. You got Kelsey clear and above. And then you got Andrews, Ertz, Goddard, Hawkinson. Those are the next 4. They're right in that range. And then it just plummets after that. Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Tyler Conklin. Tyler Higbee, who's had 0 points in some games.
I think you should pick up Kmet this week.
Oh, Cole Kmet?
Yeah. I mean, Addis will be out before that. He's actually my number 1 waiver. So
yeah. You'll have the waiver priority before this over.
Yeah, because you've got Herbert who's injured. He might not play as much, which Robinson can't hold that on his own.
Yeah.
Then you got Justin Fields who's just running all over the place. So there's your first running back. There's your RB1 / QB.
Yeah.
But Kmet is, they got a good matchup this week. They're going against Atlanta, who just all tight ends go crazy on them. So I wouldn't see a point to not pick up Kmet. That's a good pickup for a week.
Probably gonna be more. He's probably gonna be my starter at this point with Ertz down.
Yeah.
Before these last 2, he's definitely been hit or miss. But Fields was hit or miss back then either. I drafted Fields at the beginning thinking I'll keep him on my bench for a while. I'll hang out, and he'll turn into something.
Yeah.
And it was just week and week and week and week, and he didn't. And then finally I dropped him, and your brother got him, and now he's fucking killing it. And God damn it.
Yeah, I mean, Hurts he's a running back. He's an RB1. But I mean, if I was in a situation where I had to pick up a tight end, I'm probably looking off of the main guys. I would probably go with whoever's going to be the number 1 at Philly, because I don't know, man. That's a role they need to fill. They're going to have all week being the tight end 1 without Goddard, practicing. They're going to get those connections, and no one's going to expect it from them. So when they're double coveraging AJ Brown and Devonta Smith, this tight end's going to get open. So if you guys are needing tight ends, I would risk it on the Phillies' number 1 guy. But Matt. So how did your week go this week?
So I'm in 2 leagues, both with you guys. So I went 1-1. Crazy League. Well, I'll save that one because that was a fun one. Damien, he beat me down again in Easy Dubs. I'm not having a good year in Easy Dubs. I as everybody knows, started 0-5, did not do great. And then I'll have weeks where I'm the Kingslayer. I'll beat everybody. I'll go 9-0. And then I go back to just shit again, just garbage. I mean, AJ Brown gets me 1.7. That's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Ertz got hurt. Can't blame him, but got me 2 points. That's not going to do it. Chris Olave been a stud. Gets me 7 points. That's not going to do it. So Need to figure something out, make a few moves. Got a few players on bye, so see if we can turn around. But being the bottom of the barrel is not good. So as long as your brother stays last, we'll be all right.
Yeah. I mean, you're sitting at 3-7 currently. I mean, you're only one game back from technically 2 games back from like playoff, as long as like the way games swing. But I mean, playoff hopes are not out of the picture. I mean, if you somehow can go on a 4-game heater now, sitting at an even record, I think that's enough to make it in the playoffs in this league. So your chances aren't gone yet.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're there. Mixon, I feel now. Granted, that 55-point game is a very, that's an outlier. He's not gonna have 55 points every week. I roll with Mixon when he had 10 points.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have people to do it. I just need. My bench is hot garbage, and then Breece Hall going down really that screwed me because getting him in that trade, he had 2 fantastic weeks, and then that was all I had him for is 2 weeks.
You looking for a running back?
Maybe. Which one you got? Which one you want?
I've turned it into Bloss this season.
Yeah, he's trying to be the Infinity Stone running back collector.
Oh, it's hoarding them all. Son of a bitch.
I got Chubb. I got Jacobs. I got.
I don't
Jonathan
even want to talk
Taylor.
about Chubb. I don't know how you finessed that, man. I heard what you did, but you finessed that, man. That's some bull. Yeah.
Yeah, you were in his ear over there in Chandler doing something, and I should have voted against it, but my pride was like, I don't. Let him take him. He's not going to be in the playoffs anyways.
You got to play me in the playoffs.
Yeah. I was like, I don't need to worry about him. He'll get taken out in the first round, and I got to buy. He'll be fine. But no, I was like, in my head, I'm like, Isaiah's sitting at 6-4. I'd rather him not have Chubb. At that point, he's gonna make his playoff run a little worse. But I mean, you got beat by Damian this week. It's unfortunate. Damian's on a little bounce back. He was on a little rough patch. What about the Crazy League where you sit atop the throne, sir?
That I do. So now, granted, I'm doing much better in that league, so it's easy to have fun in a league you're doing well. But I will say I am having much more fun with this Crazy League than just regular leagues. Like, this shit is fun. Like, points are wild. Like, you got buys. You got like this is incredible. So, yeah, I'm sitting on top. I'm back in number 1. Nick took my spot for a week, and then he got beat up by his girlfriend, and now we back. We made it. I'm sitting on top of points by a decent amount. I'm about to break 9,000. Everybody else, 85. Your brother down here was 75, and poor old Ryan down there, just a punching bag of everybody down there, 75 as well. But I played Ryan this week, and man scored 900. Like, this dude had 400 points, 600 points, 200 points. Yeah, just hot garbage. And then all of a sudden he wants to play me and have 950 points. I'm just like, what in the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, how dare you, sir?
950. You didn't say 951 though.
Yeah,
that's true. So, you guys probably went over it earlier, but your boy squeaked out the week by 1.5 points, which in a league like this is,
insane.
Insane. Like, literally anybody just gets a catch at 2 yards. Like, Debo runs 2 extra yards. That's it. Robbie Gould didn't miss that extra point. That's game. Like, it's crazy. And I don't know if you guys talked about the defense point thing, but didn't know that was a rule until this morning.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, Ryan actually stopped and talked to me about it. He's like, dude, I was so hoping to get that win, and he's like, when the points didn't change, he's like, I was flabbergasted. And he's like, then I checked the chat this morning, and he's like, oh, god damn it. He's he was hoping that the points got adjusted or something. But
I mean, we talked about it for 20 minutes last night. I totally thought they were getting adjusted until this morning, and then I was like, oh, I guess that's that new rule. So
yeah. You love to see it if you're you.
I mean, I love it. I mean, man, dude, Ryan had a hell of a week. He had pretty much everybody go over 100 minus 3 of them. defense is never going to get over 100, but I mean, he had people, 161, 167. I got who the hell scored me 59 points? Mike Evans, that piece of shit.
That's everybody in the league to Mike Evans right now.
No, I'm glad that man's on bye next week, so I don't have to put him in. But nah, man, like this league's fun. You getting into. Thankfully, I haven't had too many weeks where I've had more than one. I had that one last week, so I had to take a 0. So Natalie beat me. That's one of those. Would I have won if I played somebody? I don't know, but at the point of losing a player that I didn't want to lose, I'm gonna take the 0.
Yep.
I know Adam, you got kind of now. Granted, you made it work this week, but you got hosed this week. You had 3 people you had to figure out.
Yep.
So
that was me too. I had to move around players, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, you guys were on there early this morning too.
We were talking about that because usually me and Matt are the first ones to get on there at right at 7, and you snagged the running back I wanted. I wanted Stevenson, and then Natalie grabbed the wide receiver that me and Matt were both going for. So it's you guys are quick on it this week. You guys are catching on.
We were on the phone with each other, right? Uh-huh. And I'm counting down. I'm like 20 seconds, and we're
collusion.
Talking to each other.
Collusion.
And she goes, "What do you?" Well, and like 2 minutes too, she calls me, and I go, "This is not a good time." And I go, "I can't do this." She goes, "Well, I'm trying to get this receiver," and I'm like, "I'm not trying to get that receiver, so I'm good." So I'm telling her, I'm like, "Yeah, 7:00 on the dot." I'm like, people are going to be there. And I expected you guys to start grabbing shit too. I expected just the feed to just go crazy.
Yeah.
And then she's like, this is, I'm so nervous. I've never done this before. And I'm like, you're not taking drugs. You're picking up a wide receiver. Jesus.
Yeah, no, you guys beat them to us this week. That's how the Crazy League is, though. I mean, as soon as that floodgate opens, you got to be quick on it. I mean, me and Matt have been beneficiaries of it pretty much all season. It seems like we have the pick of the litter at 7. And that's how, I mean, that's kind of why I didn't do it right at 7, because I was like, man, I've been picking up players at 8, 9 o'clock, and they're still sitting there. This week, I refreshed my little thing, and it was gone. I'm like, God damn it!
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was sitting there, I was hovering over Justin Tucker to switch him out with Carlson. I was like, and it was 6:58, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm hitting the green button just in case, and they'll tell you he's locked. And I'm like, man, well, let me do a little research, and I'm click-clacking away on the old computer there, and I'm like, I was like, him and Carlson, they're so neck and neck. I was like, I'll keep him, I'll let somebody else have him, whatever. And 7:01, I went to get Higgins, and Tucker and Higgins were both on. I'm like, what in the fuck is happening here? But that's the name of the game. I'm sitting on, so I'm not rushing now, because at this point the rush is the boomer bust is gone. The rush is over. So now I'm gonna wait. Figure out the week
drops who,
Yeah, I gotta replace Mike Evans. I sent Natalie out a trade. I sent Ryan. Yeah, I sent her another one. I don't know if she looked at that one yet.
Oh, but... ended up picking up Burrow. She dropped her. I was talking to her the other day. I'm like, fucking Herbert's not worth it this season. And then Burrow he's got a good matchup. It's like, go with the matchup. In this league, you can.
Yeah.
Everyone's locked in. Everyone's locked in. Allen. Everyone's locked. You've locked in Mahomes, the Allens, you've locked in.
Yeah, the
Jalen Hurts.
I mean,
does anyone have Justin? He's got Justin Fields and Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. So I'm trying to move Fields. So she got Fields right here, just waiting. She wants them. Man got me 200. What did he get me last week? 200 and something. So he's here. 237 last week. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's a lot of points.
So he's here. He's here, just ready. And I'll throw in Mike Evans for it too, as much as I love that guy.
As much as I love that guy.
All right. So since this is going, did everyone see that Keenan Allen's coming back?
Yes.
And the other one, Chargers.
Mike Williams.
Mike
Williams. They're supposed to both. I mean, Keenan Allen said he's coming back for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It hasn't happened, but both of them are supposed to come back. Who just proposed a trade to me?
Wasn't me, I swear.
Yeah. someone's in our call. I'm just kidding. They're like, Bloss?
Bloss.
Oh, of course, Bloss.
Is it?
Yeah.
Does he want another running back?
No. He wants Geno Smith for Curtis Samuel.
I mean, he's trying to play off that big game Samuel had last night. But...
Yeah, but that was like I think that was not a fluke, but it's not representation of what Curtis Samuel can do. He had a big game, but definitely not worth Geno Smith there. Oh
no, you can't see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
I rejected it on live.
Yeah, I rejected it on live. Sorry, Bloss. The committee has decided. Just kidding. But
okay.
Yeah.
So back to regular fantasy. Sorry to tell you guys this, I've already done it, but if anybody's watching this and Rachaad White is available in your league, go pick him up.
Yeah, Lenny got hurt. Rachaad White is in the backfield a lot recently, and they're on bye week this week, so I was hoping he was just going to sit there a little bit, but
that's why I'm telling people to go pick him up, because he's on a bye week. He's not going to pop up in the top down there. I picked him up in a couple leagues. I traded for him last week in another league. But
yeah, I mean, he has the potential for sure, but with this bye week, I think Lenny gets a little bit healthier. He hasn't looked healthy all season, but we'll see.
I think it matters.
Playoff Lenny is playoff Lenny.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Fournette's always going to be the number one there, but it is impressive with what White's doing with what he's getting. Now, granted, you look when Lenny plays, he doesn't have nearly as much, but he basically took over that Seattle game.
Mike Evans.
So.
No, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good. I mean, if you have room on your bench, definitely take the shot. But yeah. I mean, I'm just in the toxic league. I'm just down bad with my running backs. I mean, Lenny was one of my first picks. Javonte Williams was one of the first picks, and they're just like Javonte Williams is out. Lenny's I don't know what he's doing. And so yeah, like it's a good stash for sure, especially with like the questionable mark on Lenny going in out of the bye week next week. So yeah, definitely. What else do we got? Let's see, Matt.
Hi.
Are you gonna break the curse against me this week in Crazy League?
I hope so, man. If I don't, like, at least they've all been barn burners. This would be 3.
This would be the third.
Be 3, and this would be all 3. He beat me, so we'll see, man. I mean, that first week was impressive. We both just came out on straight heaters.
We came out swinging.
Yeah, so I think the second one, I don't know if that was as close.
It wasn't.
The first one. Yeah, I mean, the first one was less than 100 points. You know what I mean? But that first one, like, that's where we realized how important kickers were. I mean, Koo got you 160 that first week.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's the most by any kicker this season.
Yeah. That week
I think we've had some like 120s and
140s.
I think Tucker got 190 one week for Natalie.
Oh, yeah,
you're right.
There you go. Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure
you're right.
I'm fairly certain you're correct.
Yeah, but I mean, this is if it's any week to beat me, this is the week to beat me. Like Tyreek Hill has popped off every time I've played you, and he's sitting on bye week this week. You have Mike Evans on bye, and he's still in your lineup, and you're projected to beat me. So this is a rough week for me for sure.
Yeah, so I just pulled up. So the first week was like less than 100. The second week you only beat me by 10. So I'm creeping.
Yeah, you're reeling me in.
I'm getting there. So maybe this will be the week I get Lamar back. Although, shit, I don't know. I'm not. Listen, I'm not keeping Fields, but Lamar's back.
Hold on though. Ryan's got Brady. I'm gonna help you out.
I already sent him one too. So.
Ryan's got Brady, so I mean,
listen, him and Natalie both got a little inbox candy, so they're
yeah. But Ryan doesn't check his trades in this league because I sent him a really good one a couple weeks ago, and it just sat there, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna offer him to Chris. Then that's when the Jamar Chase trade went down, but like Chase was up for grabs before he got hurt, and
you would have been patient. You see what could have happened.
Yeah, But and then we're actually facing each other in the Easy Dubs this week too.
Yeah.
So
that one I have no faith in. So
yeah, I have a lot more faith in that league than I do in the
Yeah.
Crazy Points League this week. But yeah, some good matchups. Nick, are you taking on Ryan?
Theo and Easy Dubs and Ryan Crazy.
Ryan Crazy. So yeah,
I'm not gonna start talking crap because that's how I lose. I'm gonna just shut the fuck up.
You need that win. You don't need the Crazy League win as much as you need the Easy Dubs win. So
Easy Dubs,
I
I need to beat Theo.
yeah.
That's playoff picture.
Yeah, and I don't want to gatekeep Matt, but I want to keep this separation from everybody. So he's getting my full roster this week.
Ooh.
I mean, I would hope, but
You're questionable Aaron Jones, you're questionable Kyler Murray, you're questionable Mark Andrews. You mean that full lineup?
Yeah.
You could switch it out with your questionable Jerry Jeudy.
I think they'll be fine.
So
I mean, you don't even have a backup quarterback, so maybe if Kyler doesn't start, you'll be playing. I would joke and say you're playing Tyler Heineke, but he probably had a good game last night. So
yeah, right. I mean, Tom Brady's on bye this week. I'm almost forced to play Kyler Murray, even if he is questionable going into the week. But I mean, if anything, like I said, I have a tight end that I can maybe get someone's backup quarterback for if I need to. So we'll see. But
other than that,
I got Jimmy Garoppolo on the bench, boy. Just
Oh, Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Jimmy G for Mark Andrews? Let's send it.
Run it.
Fucking run it.
Okay, so you guys haven't even heard about this. I've got to drop a little bomb because we're getting to about the end of this, right?
Yeah.
So I have had someone come up to me and they want to try something out, and it's like it's a multiple year commitment.
Okay.
So Lorenzo came up to me and he said, "Hey, I want to start a league where we can make trades for future draft picks."
Okay. Not like a keeper system?
A keeper system. So the next year when it comes to draft, first round, whatever, you still draft, but you draft who they tell you to, and then you give the worst player for You trade them, but it's essentially a free trade.
Yeah. But then with that system, we would have to develop like 10th round gets first round pick, and then vice versa.
Mm-hmm. We would have to choose the order.
Yeah.
Of last place gets first pick, something like that, and then you do a raffle for the rest. It's a multiple year commitment because if you drop out, there's got to have some sort of compensation for your future draft picks.
Yeah.
So, or the person who comes in to replace them just gets screwed by the person who dropped out. I don't know.
Imagine.
We've got to work on this. But I told him, I said, I'll get the brain trust on it. So we've got to start thinking about it. It could be another development in the fantasy world.
That'd be pretty cool. I mean, definitely because especially someone that's on, down like bad that year. Someone that's down bad that year. Trade away a good player for like a first rounder next year. That could.
Yeah, and you don't know when that pick's gonna come.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm in last place, okay, I get first pick, whatever. But you could have 10th.
Or 10th. But still, 2 first round picks. That's huge.
But you could also be the second pick.
That'd be interesting system.
Yeah, I mean, isn't there a way to do that already on?
So I think if we did a live, you'd have to do a live draft for that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't think there's a system where you can do draft picks now, but I know there's keeper systems where, when you in a multi-year league, if whoever you draft that year, you can select. I think it's up to 3 players you can keep for the next year, but then that also adjusts your draft order. Right. But we'll have to look into that. We can figure. I'm sure we can get enough people to even run an 8-man league on that and test it out for a year.
Yep.
But yeah, no, that's interesting.
So next year we could have traditional league, crazy league, and then this new league where there's draft picks that you trade for future. It might get crazy.
Yeah.
We might start an empire.
An empire.
All the fantasy drafts.
All the fantasy drafts. But yeah, I mean that pretty much brings us to the end. That's a good proposal by Lorenzo. It'd be an interesting league for sure, especially because like
be in with us on that first season.
Yeah, but it'd definitely be like a system that would have to be tested out and like agreed upon, like something in writing where it's like, yeah, I gave up my first round draft pick, I gave up my second round draft pick, you know, and then we'll have to figure out how that works. Like, do they get your second round at that point, you know, and then what happens if their second round is better than yours and stuff like that?
Or they just pick later on in the draft. If
Yeah.
you don't get a second round pick, okay, you go through the draft. Second round, you're picking after everyone.
Or like a live draft where we're not doing it in the app, but we just set the rosters in the app. So that might work. But yeah, something to think about.
I mean, then you'll just have to watch for like, obviously, because you can only have so many people too, so you can't be trading like one pick for like 10 picks because then you're gonna run out of people.
Yeah.
So there's definitely gonna need to be some type of ledger, like you said.
You can do one pick for 10 picks, and then after the entire draft goes through, you get your choice of 10 players after everyone. After the draft's done, that's when you get your picks.
Yeah, but you'd have such a bad team. Like you would have to risk it all for one season to have.
Well, I'm more so meant like you see all these trades in like the actual NFL where it's like you get a first, you traded somebody a first for like a second, third, and a fifth. So that's a 1 for 3. So like, is your bench gonna fill up too quickly if you do some shit like that?
Yeah.
But you know, like you said, some to just mess around with. I mean,
yeah, I told Lorenzo we'd get the brain trust on it. We'd start figuring this out. If anybody watching this has any ideas, comment please.
Yeah, and I'll reach out to Chad too because he's pretty good on that stuff. So maybe he can give a little input on and be part of that league.
He should be watching. He should comment.
Yeah, he will comment. He'll send me a text. He probably won't comment, but he'll send me a text. Fucking Chad.
No, I want a comment and a text.
Ooh, what do you want the
comment?
Happen, Chad. What do you want the comment to say?
How much he loves me.
So needy. On that note, we're going to end the podcast this time. I want to thank Matt for coming on. I appreciate you, Matt. Thanks for sparing some time with us. Even though all you want to do is bath bomb a toaster right now, we appreciate you being with us, brother. Nick, as always, thanks for co-hosting this with me. You guys are absolutely gorgeous. And thank you guys, everybody, for watching. This is episode 10. Episode 11 will be on next week, and we'll tell you how down bad we are then. But till then, thank you guys for watching. Always like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you.